Hello everybody and welcome back. It's me, Quark, and well, today we are, don't mind the mess, this place is a clutter. But today we are probably going to be going about building our desk. Now what I'm thinking about is inlaying a PC, get this up here, into a desk, because the desk I have currently is a glass top. So, here's kind of the plans and everything. I'm not too sure how well this is going to go, but I have a bunch, and I mean, let me get over here. I have a bunch of scrap wood, whole bunches of it, and various tools and whatnot, so I'm going to be trying to take the wood that I have, fuse it together, make a desk. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got the lines measured out on this one. Looks like we're only going to get 2 panels out of it because, as you can, well, this is the bottom side, but it's like a little rough. But as you can see, like, we got these spots and bad angles that are already on here, and then we got like this knot right here that we can't really use. So we're going to get 2 panels out of this, and I believe that's 9 inches each. So that's about 8. That's going to be 18 inches. So we're going to try to also find another piece over here, or I believe these are the same woods, so we're going to probably do one of these because we need to be 24 inches deep. So, yeah. So one downside, even though I said we had fancy tools means hand saws, and hand saws mean very, very slow work. So as you can see, very slow work. Woo. Alright, so now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I'm going to go along with something like this, where it's kind of planed, I guess you'd call it. And that way I can hide some of my mistakes like this by putting boards along here. So I just need to make this 24 inches, so yeah. So I need to try to find another one or cut one of these down to a size. I don't think those are wide enough though, so we'll see. Okay, so the solution I went through to put the 2 pieces together isn't the most elegant, but it's just this with some screws. So I plan on going all the way through. This is just kind of temporary. The only downside is I'm gonna have to fill it with some wood glue later, because I kind of went through and like this crack is also going to be filled with wood glue or putty of some sort before I paint it, because I got different colors of spray paint over here. Not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I might go with a gray. It's like a primer gray. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get that one attached, and then go through and reinforce it with 2 more on each. Yeah. Not the most elegant solution, but it works. So now I need to go through and I need to fill these cracks and some of these random little holes that I accidentally did. Like that one. It's pretty bad, and that one right there. That and that. So go through, fill these out, and then ouch, it's a piece of metal. And then I paint it and go from there. Alrighty, so I borrowed a tool from my friend and got a little bit of advice from him on how to do this, and he was saying that doing something like this instead of the bracers that I already have on it would probably be a better idea. Obviously this is a new day. It's dark, it's been raining, whatnot. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I also got, wood glue and all that jazz. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to level all this wavy stuff out. Alright, into day 4 of this now. So I got done doing the wood filler, and I'm going to be sanding all of this down. This is the wood filler. Hopefully it gets all this looking a little bit better. But the next project, other than someone's music's annoying. Anyways, getting all this kind of smoothed out, is we're going to start cutting the lengths of the top, or the walls. So yeah. Sorry if it's loud, I have a fan. But I went ahead and cut out the center, which I'm going to have to go through and I'll have to even out some of this. And I got all the lengths cut for the middle, like the back, the right front, left front, all of those. So to build up this entire part, I got all that built. Now I'm just gonna have to get them all, or not built, but cut. I'm gonna have to get them all lined up properly because they're all measured to the exact length. So like this one's like 12 inches, but the sides are 24, so there's gonna be like an inch or so leeway that I'm gonna have to cut, and then I'm also gonna have to shave them down because they're all like 4 to 5 inches thick, 6 inches thick on some of them. So I'm gonna have to cut all of them down to 2 inches. Took a while. They're not fully precise, but I kind of got these inserts down, these side pieces. This is going to be the total height of it. Hopefully this is enough now that I'm looking at it. It doesn't look like it just because I have my radiator and my fans, which is almost this tall. So the more I look at, the more this doesn't seem like it's going to work, but we're going to try it, at least build the top and get it going. I might end up going to measuring my radiator with the fans and seeing. I might end up actually taking the fans and mounting them this side. I might end up mounting them on the bottom and putting the radiator directly on. That would kind of alleviate some of that issue. Alright, end of day 4, and I got all of this basically how I wanted it. So on the back I decided the power supply is going to be mounted underneath and the cords ran through. So all of these gaps are here because I'm going to be cutting this and I'm going to be filling the gaps with it. That way I can cut a slit through it and glue them both up to the top and bottom, and the slits are going to be pass-throughs for the cables. My monitor is also, because my monitor has a mount, it's going to mount right here. And hopefully this is the right size. Well, I guess my monitor technically could mount right here. That's a good spot. And then, for all the I/O and everything, which I'm going to be knocking this out a little bit more right there once I get some time. Other than that, here's how it's going to look, and I get some wood glue, some clamps, and wait for the other parts to come in, and we're going to slap it all together and paint it. So I forgot to start recording, but I'm working on the legs, and this is kind of the design I decided to go with. So right now I got, give me the chalk out of the way. For now I got wood filler going in through there, so that way, the legs can get steady, and then I can actually go through the top and then screw them down. I just wanted to get them kind of even, which they're pretty close. And then another thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go through the tops because they're kind of uneven. Like this one over here, I started putting wood filler in because, as you can see, it had a really bad lean. But as long as I can get both angles pretty good, that should be okay. And then after these dry and I get them set with screws, there we go. I'm going to take these pieces, which are the bottoms, and I'm going to obviously slap them on the bottom, screw them down, and then this is going to mount to the underside. Hopefully that works out. I got this basically done for the most part. I'm going to have to go through, I'm going to have to go sand all of this down because it's just gross, and I don't want to have little divots in here whenever I actually go through and mount my stuff on the inside. That, and I put this one upside down, so all this rough edge is going to be on the inside. Kind of a bummer, but that's the way it fit properly, so meh. Alright, so basically as it sits, I'm done. Well, I got everything ready. I got the legs mounted to the boards that are going to be mounted underneath on both sides. I know the screw holes are a little uneven and yada yada, but it works. It's going to work. It's going to work. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take this one off and this one off and wood glue the legs to the bottom and clamp them. I don't have wood glue. Hopefully I can get some on Friday. It's kind of one of those, working on a budget kind of thing. I'm also going to need clamps and whatnot. But after that, all I got to do is wood glue the top together and test fit it all because I never tried it with the glass. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and do this in 2 parts. So this is going to be the end of the first part. I'm going to be waiting on a couple of parts to come in. I did get clamps and wood glue to get the legs on, but that's going to be for part 2. So the assembly and getting everything installed and the painting, all of that is going to be part 2 of it. So I thank you all for watching. And if you like it, hit that subscribe button for the second part so you can kind of see how I'm going to do all of the insides.